Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the 2019 USL Championship tonight from Cashman Field. The Las Vegas Lights FC finally return home as they host Sacramento Republic FC. Good evening and welcome everybody. Alongside former U.S. Women's National Team star Lori Lindsay, I'm Jeff Radcliffe. Thanks for joining us here for Light Soccer on MyLVTV and ESPN+. Vegas fresh off their first road point of the season. They come home for the first time since Irvin Parra notched a hat trick in Tacoma. And Lori, Irvin looking to repeat the feat.
Yeah, he's a proven goal scorer, 4 goals on the season, also leads the league with 28 shots, so we know he can get in behind defenses, he can assist, and he can also create goals on his own.
Well, Irvin trying to develop a nice partnership up top with Sammy Ochoa.
And Ochoa with a slow start to the season due to off-season injuries, but coming into his own, and you're exactly right about the partnership with him and Parra. They're going to look to dictate tempo with their defense early on, applying pressure up top, but led the team with goals last season, and he'll look to do the same tonight and get on the scoreboard.
The Lights' 2 forwards will be going up against one of the best goalkeepers in the business, in the Western Conference in particular, Josh Cohen.
And one thing that Coach Eric Winalda told us midway through the week was how much pressure they're going to put on the Sacramento team. They're going to be aggressive the first 30 minutes. So Josh Cohen's going to need to be aware of that. He's going to be put under a lot of pressure. He's going to have his work cut out for him early on in this game.
Well, Republic's leading scorer is Cameron Iwasa with 5 goals, but he's not in the lineup tonight in the 18. But Stefano Bonamo will be replacing him in that 11.
And Bodeno has no goals on the season, but he's also a proven goal scorer, and he'll look to rectify that tonight as well. And when they win the ball, be patient, find him early on, see if he can slip one pass and create a win in this away game for Sacramento.
Well, it's the first of 2 meetings this season between Las Vegas and Sacramento Republic tonight. Finley Toyota's keys to the game and the Zappo starting lineups coming your way next.
Jarritos. Super good. Que bueno son.
Because of UMC, there's a wide open road ahead of me.
Because of UMC, she can grow up with her twin sister.
Because of UMC, I'm here to help you.
UMC, the highest level of care in Nevada.
Zappos makes returns easy, so you can save the drama.
What do you want?
For your 18th century prima donna.
Did you eat my lost taquito?
Nope.
Lawyer!
Drama-free customer service 24/7. Zappos.com. Zappos makes getting help at any time easy.
They're on their way.
Great.
So you can save the drama.
Curfew was 2 hours ago.
For your teenage llama.
Michael, look at me when I'm talking to you.
Drama-free customer service 24/7.
Well, Cashman Field has been a fortress thus far in this USL Championship season for Las Vegas Lights FC. They've captured 8 points total this season, 7 of them at home. And let's take a look at the starting 11s brought to you by Zappos. First for the visiting Sacramento Republic FC, 3-3-2, 11 points coming in. It's a 4-5-1 look, Lori.
Yeah, and keep an eye on number 25, Sari, there in the midfield. He'll be the one that they'll look to get to the ball, dictate tempo, slow the pace down when needed, especially with the aggressive Las Vegas Lights when they're playing at home. They'll need to weather the storm, and that'll be number 25, Sari, in there to hold things down.
For Las Vegas Lights FC, the Zappos starting lineup, a 4-3-1-2. 2 changes for Eric Winalda. Preston in for Garcia Lopez. Gonzalez in for Torres, and that's due to injuries.
Yeah, and one area that Eric Winalda talked about exploiting was the wide areas on both sides, and number 19, Preston's going to have his work cut out for him tonight, getting up and down that field, serving balls in and causing troubles for Sacramento's back line.
Tonight's Keys to the Game brought to you by Findlay Toyota, where John Barr will do anything to sell you a car.
Well, the keys tonight are Las Vegas getting after 30 minutes, really putting pressure underneath this or against the Sacramento team and looking to score their first goal. They're best when they're on the front foot. They're best when they score the first goal. And then on the other side, Sacramento weathering the storm, patience in the attack. They're going to be put under pressure, so that can they find Sari in the midfield, slow things down when needed, and then find Bonomo up top.
So we see head coach Eric Winalda, 2-4-2 now in his first season, and amped up to be back at home tonight in front of the Luchador Capes. Of course, it's Cinco de Mayo tomorrow, May the 4th tonight. And let's check in on our health reports from UMC, the official hospital of the Lights. Tonight's health report showing that Brian De La Fuente is still out of the lineup. We mentioned Kevin Garcia Lopez and Christian Torres, who have been serving at the right and left back respectively, still out for the time being. No injuries to report for Sacramento Republic FC. And Coach Simon Elliott, former New Zealand international, they go back a ways, he and Eric Winalda. And he told us he knows exactly how they're going to come in and play, and we'll see if that is actually true tonight, Laura.
We will. When players come here, they know it's a bit more of a narrow field, or when other teams come here, it's difficult to play. And with Las Vegas being so aggressive at home, being able to find the back of the net so many times, it's difficult for these other teams to show up. So the game plan for Sacramento could look a little different than Eric Winalda would originally think.
Final preparations being made. Our referee tonight will be Malik Badoui, assisted by Eric Wood, Bennett Savage, and the fourth official, Alejandro Aguilera Jr. Sacramento Republic in the tan and white hoops, their road kits tonight. Simon Elliott, the head coach, now in his second season of the Quails. And this will be the first of the two meetings. As we said, Las Vegas has never beaten Sacramento. Last year, a loss and a draw. The draw came on this home field. So Sacramento Republic, a stalwart in this league since they came on the scene in 2014, winning the championship. They've made the playoffs every year since. So a measuring stick game for Las Vegas Lights FC tonight.
And they're good defensively, and we know that's one area, as we just mentioned, that Las Vegas is good at home. They're good at scoring goals at home and being aggressive, getting on that front foot. But can Sacramento keep them out of the back of the net? Can they impose their defensive presence early on, get into the game, start to control, dictate the tempo? And we mentioned how important Sari is going to be in there for slowing things down and speeding it up and looking to play direct as well.
Well, Monday night, Las Vegas on the road. LA Galaxy 2 got a 0-0 draw, the second of the season. But most importantly, it was the first points on the road. We'd like to see more of those coming forward, but now you've got a bunch of games coming up at home in the coming weeks. It's Colorado Springs next week.
And the key there, Jeff, is consistency, right? And speaking with Eric earlier in the week and talking about how can these players become more disciplined, stop making mistakes when it's not needed, easy turnovers, be more consistent each half of each game, but game to game as well.
Set for kickoff, and it is game on in Las Vegas as the Lights in black attacking left to right in front of the support from the Luz y Fuerza and the Electric Company. Fireworks courtesy of America First Credit Union. Going big or going home when you're in Las Vegas. You don't have to wait to the end of the game. And fireworks, of course, the goal on the field tonight for Eric Winalda's crew. And it will be lifted long. Hopeful ball there, and it's safely to Josh Cohen, the Sunnyvale, California native. Mitchell Tainer and Declan Kenan, who was the captain of FC Cincinnati last year, two really good center backs for Sacramento Republic, will be challenged tonight. throw into Sandoval. He may drop a little deeper tonight, we're told, due to the injuries. And really starting it right back, but a guy you'll see forward more often than not is Tabori Taka Preston, wearing number 19. See when they turn the switch on to go all out. Preston, speedy Cameroonian. So back to Moby Fair. And here's Parra dropping a little deeper this evening wearing that captain's armband, and we'll put that one wide. Looking for Pablo Cruz.
And that's what Parra will give you, though. He'll be able to stretch the back line of opposing defenses, Sacramento in this case, obviously, but then also be able to pop off that back line, create from a little bit of a deeper role, and run at players and create his own chances for himself as well. So it's not surprising if he's going to be active early on, playing with that back line, seeing what they give him.
And this is a good build-up, positive play for the Lights here. 3rd minute. And looking to stay unbeaten at home this year. Currently in 16th place in that Western Conference, but a win tonight could push them over that playoff line. It's that tight in the West right now. String a couple of wins together and you're on a nice little roll like RGV has been.
And these stretch of home games for Las Vegas are coming at the right time, given the fact that they have played so well and been potent in terms of their goal scoring at home.
Sam Werner getting the overlap from Shannon Gomez. Leaves it back to the penalty spot. Intervention made and put into the crowd. Good build up there from the visitors. And Jaime Villarreal trying to get the end product going. Inglewood, California native. Older brother Jose Villarreal, longtime LA Galaxy man. Journeyman now in MLS.
And we know that space out wide on both sides, Jeff, is going to be key for both of these teams, especially with how narrow this field can feel most of the time. So Gomez doing a good job of staying wide and making that run down that left-handed side for Sacramento.
Talked about Josh Cohen's exploits in goal. How about Thomas Olson, a Las Vegas native, Nevada State College homegrown player, played at Bishop Gorman High School and then matriculated to San Diego. He's got 4 clean sheets this year. Of course, the defense in front of him a big part of that. And a 5th would feel really good tonight. It would put him in the league lead. Currently tied for that mark. It's been feast or famine for Las Vegas. You've either gotten a shutout or you've given up multiple goals. Here's Parra, leaving it to the right side. Preston gets a ball in and puts it in behind. It'll yield a goal kick for Sacramento.
And that's obviously not the cross that Preston's looking for, but good build-up play. And you see when Las Vegas is patient, when they keep the ball, there's a lot of interchange, especially between those front 5 players. And it'll be difficult for Sacramento to defend. So if they can draw that defense out and then find Preston wide, all you need is a better service into the box to give themselves a chance.
I will remind you, it is May the 4th, and you just said not the cross you're looking for, kind of like the droids, right? I can hear the voice of Obi-Wan Kenobi now. Not the cross you were looking for. Scaglia orchestrating things in the center to Fair. Trying to settle things down on that left side. Gonzalez getting start at left back. The touch was Ochoa. And now coming the other way, Republic FC. Well, it's like a foosball game at the moment. Drop down. Parra rather will draw the foul. And free kick coming up here for Las Vegas Lights FC. So here's a way for the best team on set pieces to go into the ascendancy.
And this all starts by a good defensive play there in the midfield, not letting Sacramento get any sniffs. They're often running, good defensive play, and it pops out to Parra, and then he's on the other end, often running and draws a foul.
It's a common theme we'll revisit throughout the night. 11 goals scored this season, 5 of them in open play, 4 of them via the set piece. We'll chip this one to the back stick. They were looking for Gabe Robinson, and we'll reset and reload. Dragged back, sent into the box. And it was Gomez to ward it out of trouble. Preston working in on Gomez, that left back spot. Getting to the back stick and a nice look. Gabe Robinson has shown he can head it. And Irvin Parra has shown he can score from there. That time put it over the top of the bar.
And this is a good initial ball in by Preston, whipped into that back far post and then knocked down to Parra. And you're right, he just gets underneath it, can't get over the top of it, it's bouncing. But another great look early on from Las Vegas.
Well, the gaffer liking what he's seeing thus far. Gomez plays it back. Tainter and Kenan, two heavy hitters in the back line. To the rescue, TKO. And distribution was lacking that time. 7 minutes in, no score. At the halfway line is Public FC playing cautiously. And now Werner will lift this one in over the bar and out of play. Werner out of Bozeman, Montana. One of the best crossers in the league. In fact, 8th statistically. So you'll see a lot of outside in tonight for Sacramento. But on the other end, Eric Winalda telling us this week that he feels we can get at them the same way.
Yeah, he said he didn't feel Sacramento had experienced the pressure and the ability for players to get at them at wide areas and be able to whip balls in. He wasn't sure how they'd be able to deal with those crosses in, whether they're low, been in behind, and his team plans on testing Sacramento early on with that type of ball.
One of the tests and things to watch for tonight is Preston at that right back spot when he goes forward. Coverage from Fair or Scaglia. Parra will cut into the left foot. Back to the right. Sends it to the back stick and headed away by Kenan. And now in transition. And a little too much club.
And this is exactly what we're talking about. Preston wasn't necessarily the one that was pushed forward, but as soon as Sacramento wins the ball, they're able to spray the ball, find a striker who pops into that space, and then they're off and running, look for a quick counterattack. And those are the areas where Las Vegas, when they push numbers forward, commit numbers forward, they're going to need to be careful, make sure they have coverage in that midfield so they don't get exploited on the quick counter.
Well, we'd love to hear from you and your thoughts throughout this game. You can get into that conversation by tweeting at LightsFC or at Jeff_Radcliffe or my partner at Lori Lindsay 6. Use that hashtag TVLights. We'll try to read your best tweets on the air. Tainter didn't want to test his forwards pressing high. Have you seen here in these first 10 minutes what Eric said they were going to try to do?
Yeah, and they're
come out hard?
Yeah, they're coming out hard, but they're also more patient than I expected them to be. Moving the ball around, if it's not on, switching the point of attack. Again, finding their midfielders that are important. Fair in there, Sandoval, Cruz popping off. Parra's already seen the ball quite a bit, been able to take players on, and exactly what you want. Those types of players getting on the ball. So they are more patient than I thought they would be. I thought they would be more direct, but at the same time, picking and choosing their times, going as a unit to defend.
Argentine Scaglia puts it left, and too much to handle for Eric Gonzalez, getting his second start of the night for that man, Eric Winalda. Public FC looking to settle things down. And we're trying to work the fringes once more with Shannon Gomez, Trinidad and Tobago international. Has 2 caps with TNT and the second season in Sacramento. And Sandoval making his 3rd start. One of the newcomers, couple of newcomers on this roster. Some changes going on as players coming in and out of form and injury and the like. Long chase here for Bonomo. and unable to save it. Preston's going to get some mileage, I think, down that right side the rest of the night. Foul against Las Vegas, and Eric telling us we may foul a little bit more than we're accustomed to. But the comeback to that is you're third in fouls committed already, 126 coming in.
Exactly, so we already know that they're an aggressive team.
Sorry. Good shape being shown by Vegas, pushing them back.
And you can tell what I like about this is they're choosing when they're going to go, and you can tell that it's a unit collectively. They're in a bit of a medium block right now, but as soon as it comes into their area, players are off and running, getting touch tight.
Good return ball to Gomez, leaving it back to the spot. Bonomo didn't do much with it. And there's a nice cross in by Werner. I need to get out of trouble. That one taking a deflection high. Werner will chase it into the corner here in the 13th minute. Preston pushing him out of trouble.
And as soon as I said that there was going to get touch tight in those areas, Sacramento found some space in between the lines. They got the ball out wide, and then players popping in between that defense and midfield lines of Las Vegas. And that's where Vegas is going to need to make sure that they stay condensed, stay tight as a unit, because that's when those players up top are going to pop off, create some chances for themselves. It's difficult to defend. You have to make a decision as a defender if you're going to go with them or stay. If they start to find space, the Sacramento team can do damage.
If you're watching at home, knock on some wood. Las Vegas has yet to concede a goal here at Cashman Field. So I do not want the nickname Mr. Jinx after this one. And that man won't answer my texts if that certainly happens. So let's go, boys. 14th minute, no score. Gomez combining with Werner. He gets across, it's a good one. Torre there to make the intervention. This has been better for Sacramento the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, especially on this left-hand side here with Gomez and Werner. Little interchange combination play.
Just about all of their movement has come from the left flank. Seeing something, I guess, on tape. Sorry. Right side. It was intercepted. Coming the other way. Hold up play, no foul. Yep, it was given. Thought he was going to play advantage, but no. So good work by Ochoa doing what a hold up player does. 32-year-old Mexican now in his second season, one of 5 players returning from the roster last year. Of course, he got injured with that upper body injury that took him into this season. So certainly really happy to get back into the fray. He had 8 goals last year, so a very important player and important piece for this club. And now Sandoval will have to track back. Olsen has it. Played a quarter hour. Nice touch by Preston. Parra fell down in front. Will catch up, some space to operate. Take it to the top of the 18. Ochoa slips it left. Looking to cut it back. Stepping to the back post, a header there. Ochoa couldn't rise and fire on that one. And a foul committed by Preston.
And that's an unnecessary foul for me from Preston. No need. You have Werner facing his back to goal, deep in his own defensive half. Just stand him up. Don't let him out. Make them play. Try to make them get out of your pressure. And if you're going together as a team, there's no need to foul here because you can win the ball back by just being connected as a unit. And those are the things that Eric could talk to us about, is just cleaning up the little mistakes, the little nuances out there that they're turning over the ball in unnecessary areas, committing fouls when they don't need to. And as this team continues to evolve under Winalda, we're going to see that. We're going to see the team become more disciplined, more nuanced in their defense and their attack, and it's going to be consistent, and that is the key that we talked about, not just from game to game, but within the moments of the game as well.
Visitors growing into this game. They come in on 11 points. And just like Las Vegas had a 0-0 draw last week against Phoenix Rising. First of 2 straight on the road as they go to Fresno after this one. Gonzalez on the overlap. Working it into Ochoa. Play on. And getting tripped up and committing the foul. Scaglia not inclined to agree with that decision. Aleman being difficult. There's something they're seeing on the left, right? I mean, 90% of their plays come on this side.
Well, and you see Werner, you see Gomez wanting to get on the ball, and they're being patient, and they're able to combine. That's why we're seeing more of the play on this side as well. It's just the type of player that's getting on the ball.
Possession through 18 minutes about even. It's early, 2-1 in shots in favor of Sacramento Republic FC. Gabe here to put in the long throw all the way to the other side of the field. Nice save by Parra. He's off Villarreal. Coming back for it now. Wires cross, Scaglia. Cohen will come out with it. Pressure coming in the form of Sammy Ochoa. Gonzalez has to do well. Help coming from Torre. And to the rescue is TKO. That time we saw Hayden Partain, again his first start tonight. Of Frisco, Texas. His 4th appearance, number 7 for Sac Republic. Scaglia coming back to help. And a free kick awarded. Simon Elliott likes the way the last couple of minutes have been playing out.
And this is where Parra needs to be careful not to get a yellow card early on. Just bringing Sari down easily.
I'll back him 10.
There's one thing if you want to foul and be a bit more aggressive, but it's another thing to give away easy free kicks that are in dangerous areas.
#21st minute. Partain. A dangerous ball into the 6. We'll have to cycle it around once more. And no foul. And coming out of there is Cruz. It's chopped down, taken away by Partain. and concede another free kick. Cruz thought maybe he was fouled before that.
And it's Cruz trying to dribble, gets himself in trouble, and there's where he thinks the foul is, doesn't get the call, and it's a reaction foul on his part, but finds himself in trouble trying to dribble out of pressure in that defensive third. Can't get it out from underneath his feet.
Free kick lofted up, back stick headed out of play. And running free along the back was Tainter. Doesn't have a goal yet this year. But you have two tall center backs that are great targets on plays like that.
And fortunately for Las Vegas, that ball is just a little far for Tainter. He found himself wide open on that back post, no one picking him up, so couldn't get a good look because that ball was so deep. Here's another look, but here's Tainter coming in with no mark.
Here's a build-up. Cruz, make that Para. Now Preston inside the area. He's trying to earn a corner, unable to do so. We'll keep it alive. See if they can cycle this round on a switch. Fair will pull it back, and we'll have to kick it out as we tend to the injury.
And if we're looking at this first 23 minutes, Jeff, you know, we highlighted Para in the open, talking about how important he is for this team. And he's been so active in this first 24 minutes, popping off that back line, dribbling at players. Take a look at this foul here.
He's off the ball. Scaglia comes in and fell down and went boom. And the last thing that you want to see in this situation when you've lost some players to injury the last couple of weeks is see that guy go down. We'll take this time to remind you the Lights' next home game is Saturday, May 11th when Colorado Springs comes to Cashman. It's Silver State Schools Credit Union night. Be sure to check out all new Lending Library and the tailgate on the concourse or in the happier hour. You can bring a book, take a book all season long. Kickoff at 7:30 p.m. Zappos tailgate, as always, starts at 5:30. Lights trying to give those guys a reason to get up and cheer and engaged. It looks like Scaglia will continue. Welcome you in wherever you happen to be. Watching first meeting of the season between Las Vegas and Sacramento. Jeff Radcliffe, Lori Lindsay here on the call. Happy to be with you on this Cinco de Mayo Eve. Tracking back is Gomez. Cohen at his feet. That was brave. End to end, it gets there in a hurry. Last time Las Vegas was at home, it was one-sided as it can be. It was 5-0 against Tacoma. Irving Para, who's now down on the pitch, was unstoppable. Sandoval.
And that game really gave us a glimpse into how dangerous and successful this Las Vegas team can be.
Preston service lacking. Oh, you're right. It's just replicating that.
When it goes back to what we've said a couple different times, though, is just being consistent when they're going away, disciplined on both sides of the ball, understanding what Coach Eric Winall is looking for, knowing their roles and implementing on that. because it's about the coach during the week, setting up the players. But then when it comes down to it, it's really about the players setting the tone, implementing what you've been working on, what their roles are out in the field.
Gonzalez tracks it down, crosses halfway. 27th minute, build up here for Las Vegas. Cruz will cut in. Generate something. This attacking third. Scaglia will reset. Just one shot, not on frame. Trying to change that here as we come up on the half-hour mark. Service in, no problem for Kanaan.
And you could see how disciplined Sacramento is. We knew coming in defensively, they're stingy, they're good, they stay compact, and they're making it difficult for Las Vegas to break them down, especially when they get numbers behind the ball. But Las Vegas, on the other hand, not getting too many shots on goal, not good service right yet from Preston on the right-hand side, but they're being patient in the build-up, getting touches on the ball. They continue to do that. I think they're going to see some space open up.
Robinson with the driven throw. That was scouted well. He had his feet in the high grass. And play will resume. That's on film. Everybody can see that weapon that number 4 has.
It really is. It's like a dangerous set piece.
Especially on a narrow field. Fair on that left side. And a whistle will bring it back. It's a bit lethargic right now, you'd have to say, right, Lauren?
It is, compared to what we've seen from Vegas at home in the past or the most recent games. Usually we're seeing them go, it's a lot faster pace, more direct at home, trying to get in behind the back line, and there is a lot more patience, a lot more recycling of the ball, switching the point of attack.
Is that because of the opposition?
I think Sacramento's doing a good job of getting numbers behind the ball quickly when they lose possession. And that's making it difficult.
Clear Werner again to the byline. He's all the way through and still danger to deal with. Good work in the end. Each passing minute, Sacramento growing in confidence. Werner lofts it into the air. These high balls usually favor the defense. And Scaglia will just put it out for a corner kick.
They favor the defense sometimes, but also it's difficult to get that one out and clear it. Saw that right there.
Anytime it's close to the net, right? Sacramento out shooting Las Vegas 4-1 at this point. Possession dead even at 50-50. That hasn't mattered a bit yet. This will be the first corner for either team. Whipped in at the 6, a bicycle attempt, and now cleared off. Boy, that sat there forever.
And that was a dangerous ball in, Jeff. Low driven, whipped in. There's a ton of spin on, difficult to clear. We see it sitting there, and you're right, that is like a sort of a bicycle attempt. I don't even know what you call that, but.
Saw the backspin on that ball. It went the other way. That's tough to get on the end of. Quality strike to control that one. And they come up the left side. Here's Sari. And from distance, right at Olsen, luckily. Trying to get that to skip by. And Partain here in his first start trying to make a difference.
And that's the first time this game that we've seen Las Vegas drop a bit lower, not get pressure on the ball. That resulted in an attempt there, a strike on goal. You need to make sure that they're not dropping too low, allowing those midfielders for Sacramento just to get on the ball and have their way and be able to dictate tempo in there. Step up, get pressure on the ball, see if you can force them backwards or cough the ball up, and then that's when you're going to start to see a more direct Las Vegas team. Coughing the ball up early from Sacramento, and then off and running, finding Ochoa or even Parra up top.
Republic on the build-up. And it's Werner. He's had free reign on the left side. Will split two defenders. Werner cross away right at the 6. Eventually taken care of. Playing a bit nervous. Trying to unlock things like that. Preston. Clean tackle. Couldn't clean the ball out completely though. Sandoval circles back around. And working the edges.
That's a good example of how quickly Sacramento is getting those numbers. As soon as they lose it, they're getting numbers behind the ball. And even if Preston's on the break, finding the ball over the top, they're quickly retreating, getting numbers back in support of their fullbacks.
Preston will earn the throw in.
And it's Werner down here on this left-hand side. He's having a heyday defensively, but also in the attack, whether it's combining or individual effort, getting himself in. And you had mentioned earlier him being one of the best crosses in the league, and he's sending a number of different looking crosses in that have been dangerous for Las Vegas to handle.
Dangerous proposition now for Republic. They got to defend this throw in by Robinson. Toes the line, sends it back, punched down by Cohen, shot over the bar. Promising. No end product as Parra trying to get the breakthrough.
This is a difficult throw in to handle. We see Cohen get a fist on it, but he can't get enough on it. Drops right to Parra, and again, Parra gets underneath it, leaning back away from the goal, away from the ball, just sends that one over the crossbar.
If you know anything about Sac Republic FC, is that they're going to be tough to break down. They've only conceded 5 goals the entire season. That's second best in all of USL Championship. The only better team going into the weekend was Tampa Bay Rowdies, who've conceded just 4. Republic FC, the best in the West. Scoglia down again. He's saying that is twice they've done that to me. Robinson wins the header. Moby calmly plays it left. Cruz cruising down the left channel. Plays it head on the overlap. Gonzalez to Parra. And nothing doing.
No pun intended, Jeff. I like that. Cruz cruising down the sideline.
Well, Las Vegas Rodeo Day and the El Dorado Parade are coming to downtown Las Vegas next weekend. Hosted by the Plaza Hotel's Core Arena. The rodeo is free starting at 5 o'clock both Saturday and Sunday. Visit plazahotelcasino.com for all the details. How about Sari dancing through the midfield. Left and right. Team defending for Las Vegas. It's the game opening up. Coming inside is Gomez. And we'll give the foul that time. As Ochoa hit the deck. Slow to get up.
Both sides being aggressive. Now, and it looks like Villarreal taking that one down for chopping the legs of Ochoa.
Villarreal from Englewood. You know what that means. Englewood are always up to no good. Tupac made that one famous. Some Cali humor. Sort this out. Ochoa having some words. He's hurt enough as Malik Badawi. 37th minute. 0-0. The chase from Bonomo. All it takes is nick it with the toe. He's still looking for his first goal, but as you said, has a pedigree of scoring goals in this league. Led Red Bulls 2 to a championship. 24 goals and 64 appearances over 3 seasons. And remember, if you're Simon Elliott, you've got your leading scorer on the bench. So if you just hold serve here, you may be in shape to get points out of here tonight. Cruz here on the near side. Gonzalez, Para. Not somebody you want to trifle with if you're Elliott Horde. Offside flag up.
That's a good looking ball there. You can see Warner's happy about it as well, just offside. But that's how Sacramento is going to break free. Switching that point of attack, that long diagonal ball. As Las Vegas is tightened over in a unit, pushed over, trying to lock him in.
Somebody screaming in pain. It was Gomez who is uncomfortable. Tabordi hearing about it from Kenan. We heard it before we saw it. Oh, stepped on. Nothing dirty in it, but it hurts. Might as well walk it off. Taylor will begin play. 39th minute. Opening salvo awaits us. Gomez. Mortataka got beat. Gomez loses his footing. Falls to Werner. And the team defending prevails in the end. It's like Las Vegas is just kind of waiting for something to happen at the moment, instead of being as proactive as they could. But I think Eric Winalda is recognizing the threat on the other side. He says, I've learned my first couple of games.
Yeah, and that, you know, I absolutely coming into this game thought they were going to be way more on the front foot and when I say that, I meant more aggressive, throwing players forward, getting pressure on, higher up the ball, throwing players at Josh Cohen, make him cough up the ball. But they've been a lot more patient, but they are staying disciplined together. And when they win the ball, if it's not on to go, they're keeping the ball. We're seeing the evolution of this team. And yes, they've been known to get after teams at home and attack more aggressively and be more direct. But I like this style. They're being patient. They're showing that they can attack in a variety of different ways. And the game will start to open up as this game goes on, for sure, especially in the second half.
3 previous home games, you had the 5-0 victory over Tacoma, but then the scoreless draw to open the season against Austin, and the 1-0 victory against Real Monarchs.
And Jeff, on the flip side of that too is they're not giving much away defensively either. Yeah, we've seen Werner have some good opportunities, mainly from his own individual efforts though down this left-hand side, combining a few times with Gomez or taking on players 1v1. But other than that, and him sitting in a few dangerous crosses, there hasn't been a ton of chances for Sacramento. So exactly the game plan that Eric Winaldo is looking for, just making sure he doesn't give anything away defensively, staying compact, discipline in terms of the mistakes they're making or not making, I should say. And then when they win the ball, finding different ways to attack. Obviously, you'd like to see more out of Preston. He's getting the ball. He's finding himself in good areas. Can he be more dangerous and be more precise on this right-hand side? But Parra's been active. Ochoa's seen a lot of the ball already.
Parra just got the wag of the finger from the referee saying, I'm not buying that one. Still slow to get up. Here's Gonzalez. Corona, California native in that starting lineup for the second time. Here running in, Villarreal. Both of those products, Gonzalez and Villarreal, LA Galaxy's youth system. And a set piece upcoming. This will be the second corner of the match for Sacramento Republic. Warner lofts it in, and a TKO. Tommy wants a little more space. Justin Cruz now operating a lot more here on the right. Trying to find something and ask the proper question. And maybe that leads to the answer you need on the breakthrough. Really defensively, both teams, for the most part, looking very comfortable. Lights fans, the all-new 4-game flex plan allows you to choose any 4 remaining Lights games to receive great savings. Same seat location of the best games of the year, like our July 4th fireworks show, which happens to be epic, by the way. Text the number 4 to 702-728-4625 right now to find out more. Viva Lights. 2 minutes remaining in this half, barring stoppage time and a 0-0 scoreline. Reminder, our ABC Hyundai halftime show follows the first break. Highlights, take a look around the USL Championship as well. Gomez. And it's looking more and more like it's going to be a scoreless first half. Worked back by Villarreal. Now Sarri. His connecting passes through the middle has not been easy. Something for you and I, Laura, to talk about at half is what's being said in that halftime locker room, what adjustments are being made. You don't want to be too drastic at this point. That one took a deflection.
No, but if you're Eric Winaldo, you're looking, okay, we're patient, we're building up when we have the ball and when we can go, but at the same time, let's be a little bit more direct. I mean, I think there's a combination of the two. You can be patient, but also one of the things that has been successful for this Las Vegas team at home is being direct and taking those risks and those chances. You have to be mindful in terms of what you're giving up defensively, making sure that you're not leaving Sacramento and yourself exposed and allowing them to be able to get in.
And right at the stroke of 45, the whistle blows for halftime, so no stoppage time whatsoever. 0-0 scoreline between Las Vegas Lights FC and Sacramento Republic FC.
And then the other side, Sacramento, if you're looking at the team, keep doing what you're doing. You're 0-0 on the road. You're doing well defensively, getting numbers behind the ball, and then building up with patience. There's better precision when it comes to your crosses, finding players on the end of those.
Our ABC Hyundai halftime report starts right after this. 0-0 at Cashman Field.
Introducing the all-new Chevy Silverado. It's the official truck of calloused hands and elbow grease. The official truck of getting to work and getting to work. It's the official truck of homecoming and coming home. The all-new Chevy Silverado. Now during Chevy Truck Month, get 0% financing for 72 months on this all-new Silverado.
See your Southern Nevada Chevy dealers.
Super good. Jarritos. Super good. Que bueno son.
High energy bills have you feeling like you're in the penalty box? Score a hat trick with the Universal Solar Direct exclusive. 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 5 months. Don't get stuck paying interest with the other guys. Invest today, save for a lifetime. Call Universal Solar Direct today and receive up to $5,000 from NV Energy just for going solar. 0 down, 0 interest, 0 payments for 5 months. Universal Solar Direct, proud sponsor of the Vegas Golden Knights.
Universal Solar Direct. Pay less for your electric.
Spring is here, and that means the Spring Fever sales event is on now at ABC Hyundai. Spring Fever savings like saving over $5,800 on the beautiful new 2019 Sonata SC with a lease of just $199 per month. ABC Hyundai, #1 in Nevada for a reason.
We're scoreless at Cashman Field. At the half, our ABC Hyundai halftime report. All season long, halftime will be brought to you by ABC Hyundai, official sponsor of the $5 Give Back program. Jeff Radcliffe, Lori Lindsay, as we go take a spin around the USL Championship, our Player of the Month voting. We just finished up the month of April. We're now into May. Those are your choices. Boy, Dane Kelly, a long time really solid player in this league, going back to his days in Charleston. 4 goals and an assist. Well, there's really no bad choices there. Leo Fernandez for the Tampa Bay Rowdies, who are atop the East. And Zach Lubin, who is taken over for Carl Wazinski in goal. 4 clean sheets for Phoenix Rising FC. Those are your choices. You can vote online at uslchampionship.com through Monday at 12 Eastern. There is the team of the week as we get into this month of May. It's 2019 USL Championship season. And some familiar names on this 11 as well. We saw Fernandez earlier. James, Guillen, Jerome on that back line. You've got Barmby, who we saw a few weeks ago at San Antonio. Salazar has come to life for RGV as they've won 3 straight. Mexico United's Freighter has been really solid, and if not spectacular, here in the early going. Our standings in that Western Conference, pacing things, Portland Timbers 2 on 15 points through 9 games. It's really compact, really tight. You see 7, 8, 9, and 10 all on 11 points. Should Las Vegas get 3 tonight, they will be right above that line and in that pack.
Yeah, it's so early to tell. It's difficult to know what this is going to look like. But as you mentioned, it is so tight in there that all of these games matter. Getting points, especially when you're at home, is key.
Very important to fly the flag for Lights FC. We'll take a swing around the USL Championship right now.
Now Morton's coming up. It's headed and in.
Nodded back in. Sandoval is there. So is Hamilton. Loose in front. It's Freighter. What a hit. New Mexico equalized in the dying moments. It's a hat trick for Freighter. Unbelievable at the lab.
Juan Pablo Capa with a direct free kick. Chips it. A goal! The equalizer for the captain.
Lomas in. Lomas! And how about North Carolina FC? Lomas with his 6th goal of the season.
Back to the goal scorer. Barnby will try again. And another.
That is absolutely world class. That is much harder than it looks to do.
Didi Traore. Oh my goodness, what a run. Didi Traore crosses. Didi Traore! It is a work of magnificence.
Welcome you back to the ABC Hyundai halftime report. As Las Vegas and Sacramento knotted 0-0. Jeff Ratcliffe, Lori Lindsay, as we continue our look around the United Soccer Leagues here on Cinco de Mayo night. Seen all the beautiful dresses. We've seen the luchador capes. Freighter, the player honored from New Mexico United, a hat trick to become the second player from an expansion side to be named a player of the week. Indy 11 making progress to that stadium right now, playing where the Colts play. And it's always good when you can get the soccer-specific building. It's the opening in Hartford. Here's some scores around the league on another busy weekend in USL. Fresno happened to be the next opponent for Sacramento Republic. 4-2 victory here on this Saturday. And it's going to be a very, very big week for Sacramento Republic. This is the first of 3 games in 8 days for them. The sights and sounds and the colors, Cinco de Mayo. There at Cashman Field, and the schedule upcoming. So again, Sacramento, 2 big games this week. Fresno going to be a tough one. Phoenix Rising, Rio Grande Valley, one of the hottest teams in the West. And see, the Reno will be their second one. We'll be rooting for Sacramento there. If you're a true Las Vegas fan, you cannot root for Reno 1868. Oklahoma City Energy and Austin Bold going as well. And now the fight is on. Lucha Libre.
Oh.
I was looking for the body slam, and there it goes. All the sights and sounds of the fun at Cashman Field on a Saturday night. We'll be back with highlights right after this.
Spring is here, and that means the Spring Fever sales event is on now at ABC Hyundai. Spring Fever savings, like saving over $5,800 on the beautiful new 2019 Sonata SC with a lease of just $199 per month. ABC Hyundai, #1 in Nevada for a reason.
Boston Dental Group, your place for friendly, gentle, and convenient dental care in Las Vegas. We offer you expert specialists such as orthodontics, implants, cosmetic dentistry, and even pedodontics for your children. Call us today to take advantage of our limited time offers. 25% off cleanings and only $250 down to start your braces today. Call 702-388-8888.
Boston Dental Group, making healthy smiles more affordable to you.
Because of UMC, there's a wide open road ahead of me.
Because of UMC, she can grow up with her twin sister.
Because of UMC, I'm here to help you.
UMC, the highest level of care in Nevada.
Zappos makes returns easy, so you can save the drama.
What do you want?
For your 18th century prima donna.
Did you eat my lost taquito?
Nope.
Lawyer!
Drama-free customer service 24/7. Zappos.com. Zappos makes getting help at any time easy.
They're on their way.
Great.
so you can save the drama
Curfew was 2 hours ago.
for your teenage llama.
Michael, look at me when I'm talking to you.
Drama-free customer service 24/7. Zappos.com.
ABC Hyundai halftime report as the game on the field continues. All the highlights really are this. Seen some physical play in this one. And don't want to burst your bubble. There's not much to see on our halftime highlights. And let's make the most of it.
Well, both teams early on finding success on the width where we knew they would. So many numbers in the midfield, so many numbers in the central of the park. Difficult to get anything going there. It's the width where both teams had success, sending some crosses in. First Sacramento with Werner on one side and then Horde on the other.
Yeah, not much work really for either keeper.
No, and not much back and forth as we thought, especially from Las Vegas, getting in behind and playing more direct.
It was one of the best chances for either team.
Set pieces were quality from both sides. Here's another look at that whipped in corner kick. Difficult for Las Vegas to clear out originally. Point blank shot there from Partain. Finds himself open on the top of the box and unleashes one, but Olsen able to take care of that one easily.
Fair to say the better of things the last 30 minutes of that first half for Sacramento.
Yeah, first 20 minutes or so, it was all Las Vegas creating some chances. Preston had quite a bit of room, but then it was Werner, and we see him with this little crafty move, individual effort that.
Yeah, best chance really of the half came on that throw, and then Para trying to hit it upper 90.
Just gets underneath it, but we know how dangerous Robinson's throw can be. Parr just finds himself leaning away, falling away from that ball, can't get enough on it.
Possession close to even, but what's concerning if you're Eric Winaldo, you have 0 shots on target through 45 minutes. Now, could this be maybe a rope-a-dope? Really lull Sacramento Republic to sleep and then unleash them in the second half.
And they're proving that they can play different ways, right? We've seen them, and we mentioned this in the first half. They can play direct, they can get in behind teams, really put teams under pressure. In this game so far, we've seen them play a little bit more methodical, switch the point of attack, try to get numbers into the attack. Now can they bring both of those into this game and really start to dictate the tempo? When they can go long, when they can find Para, when they can find Ochoa over the top, or if they need to slow it down, find their feet, pop off the back line.
And the punt to the crowd. Fun night. Luchador capes waving. Oh, we got to stay awake because I expect some fireworks in that second half. Las Vegas looking for that first shot on target, but also perhaps their 5th clean sheet if they can keep the scoreline what it is. And going back to last season when Las Vegas conceded more goals than anybody, that's certainly a positive development there for the home fans. 74 goals conceded last year. This isn't going to win you much. We'll switch sides. Sacramento Republic again coming in 3-3-2. And a reminder, just a few weeks away from U.S. Open Cup, the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. Getting busy with USL Championship. Lights FC will host either Cal FC or FC Mulhouse Portland. Those two teams play this week. On May 14th or 15th, you can visit lightsfc.com to find out how you can purchase tickets for just $10 or receive comp tickets with Lights merchandise purchases in the next 2 weeks. Viva Lights. Well, we're going to see the debut of one of the newcomers. 3 new players in the 18 tonight. Victor Rojas. See his debuts. He's come on. Perhaps provide a spark. The Venezuelan who Lived in Orlando. Played in Portugal last year. He was a really good crosser, according to Eric Winalda. 24-year-old. Victor Rojas. And he's going to come in for Preston. So Rojas a little older and around the world a little bit more. We'll see how he makes his debut tonight. He has been with the club since the preseason, and Eric telling us we couldn't keep him away from this team. He's earned his spot.
And I like this substitution because we saw how Preston can use his speed, get up and down that right-hand side, but just the production in that final third, the precision that they need just wasn't there in terms of his crossing ability, getting other players involved. And that was one thing that Eric did point out to us, is just being more precise in that final third, connecting passes, whipping balls in, being dangerous on crosses. And again, Preston finding himself in good positions, but just not that finished product.
Parra at the halfway line. Given away on the diagonal ball. He's looking for Cruz. And now up the line. Chasing it down is Villarreal. Good team defending. Sandoval able to get it away, but only as far as Sari. Top of the box. And not enough on it. Trying to take a big swing was Partain. And will regain the shape. Well, Victor Rojas, a guy who's versatile, can play several positions. He's in the center or out wide. That's where we see him deployed right now. Parra. Now Rojas getting involved and getting the tackle, but it goes into touch. Two other newcomers in that 18 tonight. We'll see the debut of either Jonathan Levine, who's a defender, or more likely Santiago Echevarria, the young Colombian from that famed Atlético Nacional Academy. Another guy that was on trial and they just couldn't keep him off the field and off the team, where others had failed in pressing and doing the things needed. And drawing a foul. Holding the shin guard. See transpired here as Elliot Horde.
That's difficult to tell what happened on that one. Didn't even look like Ochoa had touched him.
Perhaps making a bit of a meal of it.
Or excuse me, Sandoval.
Junior out of Georgia. Born in Honduras, first time he's played. At least started here at home. To Tommy Olsen. Good build up now for Republic FC. Crossing it away. Sandoval will check. Horde. Into the channel. And over everybody. Elliot Horde getting activated on the right side now. Where it was the left exclusively, you saw with Gomez and Werner. And Coach Simon Elliott going to switch it up a bit. Ray Sari, native of Kansas City. Kenan getting up in the attack. Horde all the way across. And Las Vegas again playing on the back foot. Robinson, only play is out of play.
And this is a bit uncharacteristic of Las Vegas. I thought they were going to come out guns blazing, get after them right away.
You and I both.
Instead, they're retreating in this low block, allowing Sacramento to get on the ball, dribble in to about 25 yards outside the box, or outside the goal. And allowing them to have tempo and rhythm to their game.
Sorry on the switch. Cruz heads it wide. Horde again. Into the back post, and the first goal against Las Vegas this season has been scored by Hayden Partain, who's had a couple of cracks at it. And the Lights trail 1-0. Partain's first goal of the season, now in his third season in Sacramento.
And this is exactly what we were just talking about, Jeff. Just the lack of urgency, the lack of pressure to get on the ball, to tighten things up, not allowing this cross in. Fair loses his mark in the box on the back shoulder, and it's just an easy put away for Partain. But again, it's just uncharacteristic of this Las Vegas team, especially at home, to not get tight, to not put these other teams on their back foot. Instead, they're in this low block, playing passive defensive pressure. Exact opposite of how we thought they were going to start this game and how they were going to start this second half.
Fourth goal in his USL history for Partain, and it has the visitors out in front. And all good things come to an end, unfortunately, for Las Vegas, and it looks like another change is coming in to maybe spark things offensively. We'll have Tripa Hernandez. Is it Scaglia perhaps coming off on that far side? Yep, that is the case. So this will bring a change of shape. And now Las Vegas forced to come out of the shell. And this is exactly, if you're Sacramento and Simon Elliott, exactly what you want, to bring them out and play a little bit more, and maybe you can sneak another one by them. Tripa making his 9th appearance of the season. On the ball for the first time. Sandoval couldn't control. Work the right side. Good service into the area, looking for Parra. Eric Gonzalez. At the Javentore. Gonzalez in tight spaces. Torre will take the space. On the return, the center back coming to the line, pushed off the ball, retains possession. There's Elliott Horde bumping with him, and in the end got the better of him. If you're Lights FC, you got to get the crowd activated now. You're shooting at that end. Now Aleman, the player down for Republic FC. From the bench for something, and it'll be a sporting move there from Gonzalez to put it out. We check on Villarreal. Continue to be checked out right at the 4th official area. Now La Bonita is the official supermarket of Lights FC and has the best price in town for Lights single game tickets. Make sure you visit any La Bonita supermarket. In fact, it was Aleman that was down. Villarreal. Correctly identified the player at the beginning and then changed it. Aleman from Brampton, Ontario, a suburb of Toronto. He was with Saprissa in Costa Rica last year. He was born in Costa Rica, but has 4 caps with the Canadian full national team. There Forced for Ware back up. 55th minute. Dipsy-do from Fair.
And this is the time when Las Vegas, there's an injury. They had a little time to regroup after that goal. Now, can they start to play a little bit more direct? Don't get away from keeping possession and finding those players in the midfield that you want on the ball, but at the same time, this is a fantastic ball over the top.
Order up on the direct right there, Lori. Good job. They heard you.
But can they start to open up Sacramento as well? But you have to be careful. You have to be mindful. It's not to shut yourself and allow Sacramento to get in behind you.
It's a good challenge a few moments ago by Moby Fair. Able to win the ball. Cruz in the phone booth. Now Pata. Tripa initiates the switch, but played back to Gabe Robinson. Las Vegas and Hayden Partain. The villain right now. Sacramento up 1-0. If you're Simon Elliott, you figure if we can come out of here with a draw, we've done a good job in this place, which can be a beehive and a hornet's nest, you name it, for a visiting team. And right now, in position to take all three. But a long way to go. Cruz has the overlap, goes to Gonzalez. Sends the ball across. Tripa trying to run on and trying to draw a penalty. It didn't work. The crowd fired up. Maybe that's what they need. Hernandez back on his feet. Gonzalez.
Tripa already putting his stamp on the game there in the midfield, getting on the ball, getting himself in the box on the end of those crosses.
Tripa in Spanish means more or less the gut. Could be gives people stomach aches. That's kind of what the nickname means. Was in Major League Soccer with Philadelphia for a couple of seasons, 12 to 14. Eric Winalda told us that do what a lot of kids his age do. They're a little bit young and dumb and blew the chance, but now looking for redemption to the back post, and finally Josh Cohen has something to do. And he is starting to make a difference here, Tripa, in the second half.
And here's that original tackle on Tripa, goes in there. I think that's a good no call. And then here's the most recent chance. Just can't get it out from underneath his feet, and just pulls that one wide right. But finding himself, popping into good positions.
This is better. Para from distance. And Cohen simmering it down. Good couple of minutes now as Las Vegas coming to life. As the night gets later, that's Vegas's game, right?
And this is the glimpses of the Las Vegas team that we're used to, especially at home.
Fans rising to their feet. Need to spur on an equalizer. Oh. Robinson commits the foul. Bonomo has been doing the dirty work here tonight. Really in on a lot offensively, but that's the lost art of being a striker. It's not just the scoring the goals, it's occupying the space and keeping the center backs busy, which he's done tonight. That's opened up Werner and Gomez and Partain.
And you said it, Jeff, is keeping those center backs busy and keeping them honest and making sure that they have to stay home. And if you're always sitting on that back shoulder, asking questions of those center backs, then they're always occupied, and that starts to free up some other space for other players.
And often you see when that does happen, you start worrying about the guys on the outside that were now doing the damage, and then you score a goal late as a striker. That is a forward's life sometimes. But that dirty work is what leads to it. Don't forget the 89 minutes where you didn't do anything. You get the game winner late, you're a legend. Dropping it down on the right side. 2 changes have been used already by Eric Winalda. An hour gone, down a goal. Oh, into the back post. Para on the outside of his boot. Put it to the far stick, but nobody there to pounce. They call the back post 7-11 because it's always open, but nobody opened the door.
Well, this is a fantastic little weighted ball and back by Tripa onto the onrushing Para. And then a fantastic ball with the outside of his foot to play it across. Looking for Ochoa. Oh. I don't think Ochoa is ready for it. A little bit delayed with his run. Holding his run, hoping that there would be a putback. Couldn't get there, and see that one just sailing across the inline there.
Aleman down in the area, nothing coming from it. With a degree of difficulty on Para on the outside of the boot to put that where it was.
But again, it was that ball in by Tripa. That fantastic little weighted ball in behind to Para that started
Flipping it ahead. Flag stays. Nope, it comes up. Offside. Saw all the back line of Las Vegas react. Our angle doesn't give us a view of the flags. We weren't known for sure. You know, Simon Elliott thought he saw it differently. Simon, 69 caps with the Kiwis. Yeah, he was in a little early.
Well, I think from this angle, it's difficult to tell when that ball was played. It looks like he could have timed that. It would have been close, though, and we don't have the angle to see exactly, but it looked like it's fairly close in terms of timing his run when that ball was played.
Meanwhile, on the other end, Sandoval. It into the 18, now comes back. Good hold up again from Bonamo. Para commits the foul. Frustration continuing to mount. And we'll stop things. Sacramento now will bring on the scorer extraordinaire. Leads the team with 5 goals. Cameron Iwasa, Sacramento native, now in his 4th season. Had 17 goals last year, and he'll come in for Hayden Partain, who is the goal scorer in this one. So the game, if it gets stretched, now you've got a problem to deal with. Iwasa making his 8th appearance, tied for 6th in the lead in goal scoring. 5 goals on 16 shots. And he had the game-winning goal against Las Vegas last year in their win. Checking the equipment. Wrap it all the way off. Now remember stoppage time going forward. I was talking a little bit about Simon Elliott, the 44-year-old head coach. MLS with Chivas USA in San Jose, Columbus. Really known for his days with the Galaxy. 122 appearances and 10 goals from 99 to 03. And here's another newcomer, Santiago Echevarria. Native of Medellin will come in for Ochoa, and this kid's electric, making his professional debut here in the 65th minute. Just 20 years old. This will come all the way in on Tommy Olsen. Remember Simon Elliott when he played for Fulham. Teammates with Brian McBride and Carlos Bocanegra back in 2006 in the EPL. Great career as a player and trying to do the same now as a coach. And it will be Las Vegas ball. So let's see how this sets up for Echeverria. He'll try to combine now with Irving Parra, as Ochoa still getting back into full fitness.
And it's going to provide them, Ochoa, more of a back-to-goal player. Not as active up there. A little bit more methodical with his movements, but good on the ball.
And the best part, when you have a pro debut, you're not on film yet.
Exactly, and Echeverria able to be a lot more active, quick with his pace, could stretch the back line more than I think we did see Ochoa do.
Foul in the box. Saleman got the header to it. Or an offside. Well, the next home match for the Lights coming your way Saturday, May 11th, when Colorado Springs comes to Cashman on Silver State Schools Credit Union night. We know it's Mother's Day weekend, so all minivans park free. That is the mode of transportation for soccer moms everywhere. It's courtesy of the Findlay Toyota's all-new Sienna. Kickoff 7:30. Viva Lights, and that one is in! Echeverria! Was he the finishing touch? No, Parra! And let the flags fly. We are level at 1. Irving Parra's 5th goal of the year. Echeverria was there just in case. And we've got a whole new game.
And again, Estripa there doing the dirty work and then finds Parra at the top of the box. And we've seen Parra do this time and time again. A good first touch, low-driven ball to that far post. Nothing that Cohen can do, diving the right way, but just so driven so far in that far post. Good look by Parra.
And finally a reason to release the smoke and the confetti. So our first Plaza Hotel and Casino goal of the night makes it a whole new game, 1-1. Now you don't want to concede at the other end, as confetti flies like snowflakes across Cashman Field. Well, that's just what the doctor ordered. See, you talk about soccer moms and then everything works out.
If you're Las Vegas, you want to continue to put this pressure on. We've seen the impact that Tripa's had in that midfield. Keep finding him the ball. Echeverria up top already being active, using his speed, and then Parra with a fantastic game. A little bit quiet these first 15 minutes or so of this second half, but now starting to come alive, and you can see anytime he gets on the ball, he can be dangerous. So keep this pressure up, start pushing the pace a little bit more if you're Vegas.
Those change games. Did you see the pace from Echeverria chasing things down? There's definitely a different gear between those two, he and Ochoa. Headed back across and sticks to the gloves of Thomas Olsen. And it's opening up.
There's a lot of space here for Sacramento. Too much space. Warner getting on the end of that one, but easy for Olsen to pick up. But those are the areas where they need to be disciplined. You've just gotten a goal. You've gotten yourself back into this game. Get tight. Use your defensive pressure to put the Sacramento team on their back heel. Don't let them get back into it.
1-1 scoreline. We'll not have 0-0 tonight. Good work by Robinson to make sure that one goes out of play. We're watching first meeting of the season between Las Vegas Lights FC and Sacramento Republic FC. Now tied at 1. So glad to have you along wherever you happen to be. Jeff Radcliffe, Lori Lindsay, and our entire crew on ESPN Plus and MyLV TV. As it's getting a bit more interesting as we go late in a sleepy first half, though. What matters is how you finish. Lights FC growing into this game. Each passing minute, 20 minutes to go. It's taken a while. They got the payoff. I think Tripa has been a big part of the change, really.
He's getting on the ball. He's making things happen individually, but also finding open players, playing balls in behind.
Flips it to Cruz. He gets a cross away. And this may yield a corner kick. It will. First corner of the match comes with 20 minutes to play for Las Vegas Lights FC. And we've already talked about their exploits on set pieces. They lead the league in set piece goals with 4. And none allowed, by the way, on the other side. Tripa with the left foot, who's got magic in those boots. Hernandez lets it fly, spilled in front, goal! Gabe Robinson gives them the lead. And it is nothing but a thing. We just waited and put it in. Look what I found, and Robinson has his second goal of the season. And more importantly, gives the Lights their first lead of the night. Josh Cohen probably wanted to do a little better there.
And we've seen how dangerous both of these teams can be on set pieces, and it's Tripa with this delivery, a whipped in ball. Cohen can't keep a hand on it, and then it's number 4, Robinson, just trailing unmarked with the tap in. What a fantastic goal, what a fantastic comeback right now by Las Vegas. Exactly what Coach Eric Winaldo wants from his team, this reaction after going down 1-0 early in this second half, excuse me.
From 1 down to 1 up in a span of about 5.5 minutes. You make the mistake, you make them pay. Now the opening spaces, and now full head of steam here for Las Vegas. 5th set piece goal of the season. Their first corner of the night, and they cash in.
These are the games when we can start to see this Las Vegas team grow and mature as a team. How can they manage these last 18 minutes? They've gone up after being down 1-0.
Remember, Lights Goals all sponsored by the Plaza Hotel and Casino in downtown Las Vegas, the official hotel of Las Vegas Lights FC. And now we tend to the injury. Working things out. Could be Parra down there. Well, fans, after every Lights FC home game this year, stick around for the happier hour, an all-ages post-game party brought to you by Zappos and Two Roots Brewing Company. Meet the players, coaches, and more starting right after each and every game at Cashman Field. So Parra will have to be checked out. And he had the opening salvo here. Happened in the 66th. Well, the subs have changed the complexion of this game. Hernandez, Rojas, and Echeverria keep possession in the attacking third. Got to see it out now with a little more than a quarter hour to go. Long switch of play. Maggie Rodriguez having words with Eric Winaldo. 2 longtime friends on that coaching staff. Can't make any more changes, but maybe some tactical movements. Left to Tripa. All the confidence now that we did not see in that first half, it is shown up here late. Hernandez gathers it outside the 6, sends it across in front, takes a deflection away. And that close to goal number 3.
I don't know how that didn't go in.
Shot away into Maria! His first pro goal, and it is 3-1. Fiesta at Cashman Field. Three goals in about 10 minutes have changed this game and turned it on ahead. That shined the boots.
Well, if there's any questions about how good this young kid is, the questions are answered now, and it's a fantastic ball in by Para, just finds the feet of Echevarria. What a brilliant first touch, and then even better turn on that goal.
The ball stuck to his foot, and the youth turning on that so quick. You talk about the difference in stature with he and Ochoa. I talked about perhaps a rope-a-dope effect. You lull him to sleep with Ochoa, and then you bring on the speed, and you've caught him.
With the addition of Echevarria coming in, and then also we've mentioned Tripa and the impact he's had, has really brought this Las Vegas team to life, and we're seeing what they can do. And we talked about this the first half. We're seeing the evolution of this team, the variety in the attacks. They can push the pace, they can keep possession when needed, and we've really started to see that in the second half. And Sacramento hasn't had any answers these last 15 minutes.
Shell-shocked at the moment. Still can't switch off. Way across. Talked about how well this Las Vegas team played in their defensive posture in the first half. And Sacramento will make a change and a very offensive-minded player in Tyler Blackwood, the Englishman. And last year was with Swope Park Rangers. He will spell Bonomo. Blackwood still looking for his first goal of the season. But has started 5 of his 7 games, now 8th. As far as appearances go. All the way across the country from his humble beginnings. Started at the University of Tampa, then parlayed that to scholarship at USF, University of South Florida. Got into the Orlando City U23 setups, and for going overseas to play for Queens Park Rangers. Found his way into USL and has taken prisoners. 8 goals, 34 appearances last year. And now in his second stint with Sacramento, had 6 goals in 34 in 2017. But 2 goals down, is it too late? Unanswered here for Las Vegas Lights late. The confetti littering the field.
And we're seeing the versatility of Para as well. We see him, he's dropped into a deeper role, playing more of a midfielder, playmaking.
Best to possess here. Still got a long way to go. 12 minutes. The always ever dangerous, cliched 2-goal lead. All the way across. Pablo Cruz into the area in search of, and it runs into a brick wall. And Kenan. Wise to that move. Blackwood on the ball now over to Aleman. Bring it back on that back heel. Good spin. Public FC back into that attacking posture. Oh, squeaks all the way by. Sent across, free header right at Tommy Olsen. Aleman nearly cutting the lead in half. He was unmarked. They now have to work out the cramps.
And you said it, Jeff. Aleman finds himself free. No mark. This is astonishing, actually, on how free he is. And you can see the Las Vegas players arguing about who's going to pick him up. But these are the little nuances that we're talking about, the details that Vegas needs to be mindful of, allowing free players to run into the box. That goal, if he would have scored that one, it would have been put them right back into this game and looked like a totally different game these last 10 minutes.
And you would give them hope. Well, thankfully, Thomas Olsen, 6'3", because he was able to climb the ladder and keep it out. And helped out a bit by that it was headed right at him. The scoreline holds. Cinco de Mayo tomorrow. We'll have extra added meeting in downtown Vegas. Should the scoreline hold, Las Vegas will move up to 11 points and put them right back in the thick of things in the Western Conference. This will be a huge win against a really quality side. Still got to see out the next 9 minutes. Stuff from Sandoval. And possess, 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 the name of the game here. Tripa puts it wide. Touched by Cruz, has the overlap from Gonzalez if he wants it. Into the corner, never a bad idea at this late juncture. Sandoval. And didn't you hate this when you're chasing a game and they're just passing it left and right, making you run?
And I was just thinking, Jeff, how goals build confidence, because this looks like a completely different Las Vegas team than that started this second half and even started the game. And now they're riding high. You can see them finding joy on the ball, being confident, passing, popping into spaces. And Sacramento doesn't have any answers. They can't even get on the ball right now. This is exactly what you want out of your substitutions. I mean, the substitutions that Eric Ronaldo has made has been such an impact for this team.
Makes him look like the genius he is, huh?
Exactly.
Turned by Aleman, and Echeverria, the player down. He's back to his feet. He's got young legs. Cruz in front. That one off the side netting. Good look from Rojas, though. They call the mommy goal. Everybody that has that wrong ankle thinks it went in. It rattles that onion bag.
And Cruz, I don't feel, gets enough credit. We haven't called his name a ton, but every time he's on the ball, he makes good decisions. He runs at players. He's creative. He gets other players in the attack, combines with them. A lot of tireless work on both sides. We see him popping in on the right side. We see him popping up on the left side.
Senior Sandoval drawing the foul there. Veteran move from the 28-year-old. It was at Memphis 901 to start the season. And a good transfer here for Eric Ronaldo. Slotted right in as a starter from the get-go. Las Vegas this year has won games in a lot of ways. They've lost games a lot of different ways. So this will be a first coming from behind. Coming into this, there was a 1-0 and the 5-0. Other games where they conceded early, they would get pulled out. Tonight they kept doing what they do. Keep digging. Tripa. Loses it. 5 minutes and change plus stoppage. This one will be sweet for this team who's been through so much as far as some tough results away from home, the injuries. Players in and out of the lineup. And now it's Gonzalez getting stretched out. Well, the happier hour is going to be a fun one. Should Las Vegas hold on? So to work on Gonzalez, the 25-year-old. Coach Manalo said is an overlooked talent. Played for Cal FC last year. UC Riverside. Stretch that cramp out and get hydrated, of course. What's it like playing in desert environments?
Oh, it's not easy, and I was a sweater.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I was losing a ton of fluids, and when it's hot, it's difficult, and it's not surprising that some of these guys are cramping right now, especially with the amount of running they're expected to do. I mean, they've really pushed the pace with this Las Vegas team, especially if you're playing on the wing. But I think there could be a little bit of some gamesmanship going on here, too.
What was worse for you, playing in the dry heat in the Southwest or playing in a place like Florida where it's a swamp, but that one went wide of the target?
Absolutely, the humidity down in Florida just sucks it out of you.
You go into halftime in the air conditioning and you come back out and you can't move.
Another great look there by Para. Just needs a little bit of separation from that ball to make something happen.
Oh, good look here. Sacramento not out of this yet. Flip to the back post, in front and missing the open goal. That might have been the chance to get back in it. And Iwasa is not going to miss many like that.
No, and again, it's Werner down that left-hand side, creating things, playing a nifty little ball over to the far post. And then it's Blackwood putting that back there for Iwasa. As you mentioned, we don't see him miss those, and that one just trails just left of the goalpost.
Okay, if that's not your wake-up call, if you're Las Vegas, and this game is not over. Foul committed. Take all the time available to them. We're in our 88th minute. Fans, remember, at home games, lights give away the shirts off their backs. It's brought to you by Boston Dental Group. Call 388-8888. Schedule your appointment with Boston Dental, the local dentists of the Las Vegas Lights. And number 88 on the ball. Helping the commentating crew out. Thank you, Junior Sandoval. Shaking his head. Why is the time not moving faster? Echeverria being a pest. Back to Cohen, who will certainly like to have one of those goals, one of those chances back, as he spilled it in front. Gabe Robinson got his second of the season. Right place, right time. They all count as one, though. Turned over. 90th minute. Cruz and Para, and you're hearing keep it. And instead we'll go for goal! Oh my goodness! A golazo for Junior Sandoval. Not taking the advice to keep it, he was just going to shoot it, and it is 4-1. second half here for Las Vegas.
Well, what an unbelievable strike by Sandoval. All the room in the world there in the middle of the pitch. Takes a few touches to separate himself from the ball, and then just a dipping ball over the diving Cohen. Nothing that Josh Cohen can do, but if that is not a candidate for player of the week, or excuse me, goal of the week, I don't know what is.
4 goals tonight against a team in Sacramento that has conceded only 5. Just 5 in their previous 8 games. I think we said it after the Tacoma game that Las Vegas putting the rest of the Western Conference on notice. Too far for Eric Gonzalez. This game was 0-0 at the half. They conceded the goal in the 51st to Partain. And from that moment on, it has been all Las Vegas. The ball fizzed across. Gets away from Werner, who hasn't had the influence in the second half that he had in the first. 5 minutes of stoppage time. And that one goes in behind. We'll have a corner kick in the second minute of the minimum of 5. So looking like the Lights will have their 3rd win of the season, up against the 4 losses and 2 draws. Injury in the box. Javentore. Official attendance tonight, 7,478 at Cashman Field to witness this titanic struggle. This will add more stoppage time. This is just a cramp speculation here, but the injury bug has not been kind as of late for Las Vegas Lights FC. It doesn't matter who you talk to in the organization, whether it's Eric Winalda or Brett Lashbrook, the owner. What they wanted this season was the party on the field to match the party in the stands. Party at the club in general. And if this continues throughout the season, then it'll be mission accomplished. Lucy Fuerza, lots to cheer for tonight. Here comes the corner kick. In swinger, right at the 6, falls to the back post and sent across once, twice, headed once, and it will fall in, and it is 4-2. They had about 5 bites at the apple there. Blackwood got the final touch to it. So Blackwood has his first tally, but is it too little too late?
This is a dangerous ball in, but again, we see players unmarked. It's just the discipline about getting organized in these last few minutes, having pride, not letting Sacramento back in this game or even get a sniff on goal. But this isn't surprising. We've seen few chances here late in this game that haven't gone Sacramento's way, but have been open chances for them that they just couldn't find the back of the net on.
How big is that Sandoval goal now? Because if it was 3-2, it would be squeaky bum time for Las Vegas. Here's Cruz. Time smothered and covered by Josh Cohen. 1 minute of the minimum. We expect a little bit more after that goal. Sense of urgency here from Sacramento Republic FC. They've cut the deficit in to 4-2. No quit. Certainly admirable. And they've got a game Wednesday at Fresno, then home to Reno on Saturday. So roster management of paramount importance to Simon Elliott. Las Vegas will get their next game at home against Colorado Springs. 7:30 kickoff. Tickets available. Go to La Bonita Supermarkets. Then you got the U.S. Open Cup draw. And at Phoenix, home to Tulsa, and at the rivals Reno 1868. That opens up the month of June. "4-2 to the good." 4 goals bookended by 2 from Sacramento. All in the second half. Tripa able to keep it in. And will take it into the corner like the veteran he is. And waste some time. 30 seconds over the 5. Not much time left. Torre will hand it back to TKO. Not many kicks of the ball left in this one. 6 minutes have been played of stoppage. Final whistle from Malik Barawai. And this one goes to Lights FC. Viva Lights. Third win of the season. They win it 4-2 over Sacramento. Goals from Para, Robinson, Echeverria, and Junior Sandoval. This winners tonight.
2019 is here. We must plan our attack. The 2019 Camry's powerful stance will announce our arrival with authority. I prefer the 2019 Avalon for its sense of daring. How are we going to combine our forces to face our common foe?
Because of UMC, there's a wide open road ahead of me.
Because of UMC, she can grow up with her twin sister.
Because of UMC, I'm here to help you.
UMC, the highest level of care in Nevada.
Hey, I'm Brian Salmon.
And I'm Amber Dixon. Enjoy tonight's game and be sure to watch News 3 live at 11 tonight.
Yep, we'll have highlights and you never know, you might end up on TV too.
The place for all the lights action is with News 3 Sports.
And good luck to the Las Vegas Lights.
Introducing the all-new Chevy Silverado. It's the official truck of calloused hands and elbow grease. The official truck of getting to work and getting to work. It's the official truck of homecoming and coming home. The all-new Chevy Silverado. Now during Chevy Truck Month, get 0% financing for 72 months on this all-new Silverado.
See your Southern Nevada Chevy dealers.
6 goals total on this Saturday night. 4-2, the Lights get the come-from-behind victory over Sacramento Republic FC, their first ever victory against Sacramento. As we take a look at our Findlay Toyota highlights of this one, Lori, a lot to talk about, and it was all really in the second half.
Absolutely in the second half, and it would be Sacramento who gets us started off, cross whipped in, and then an unmarked Partain on the back post who just slots this one past Olsen. But then after that, it'd be all Lights FC, especially with Tripa being subbed into this game. We see him here dishing this one to Para, who just separates that ball, gets it out enough, fires this one to that far post. Nothing that Josh Cohen can do. And there's Tripa again with this brilliant ball whipped in, and this Robinson with the put away. Josh Cohen can't keep a hold of it. Good enough pace, good enough spin on the ball. Robinson's there to tap that one home. Another good look.
Put yourself in a good position. Second goal of the season.
And we can see how disappointed Josh Cohen is. He knows he should have kept a hold of that. And then here's a young kid getting his first look with Lights FC. And it's Parra who plays him in, and then a terrific first touch and turn. You can see how excited this team is for him. But again, a brilliant first touch and then a no-look shot on goal to that far post.
It's like he didn't know how to celebrate it. And then the piece de resistance. Sandoval from distance with the banger.
And this could be easily a goal of the week candidate with that strike from Sandoval.
And just need to tidy things up at the end as Blackwood gets his. Looking at stats, full time, possession fairly even in this one. Total shots coming back the ways of the Lights a little bit, 16 in fact overall, and had more on target in the end, and that was all that last 30 minutes.
Yeah, and fantastic response by Las Vegas Lights FC after they go down a goal, started pushing the space. Good substitutions by Coach Eric Winalda to create some energy amongst the squad, and we see that they tied up in shots at the end when that was very skewed coming out of that first half.
Las Vegas, fourth in yellow cards coming in, not one tonight, so that's a good thing to talk about going forward as they look to play Colorado Springs back here. And if it's anything like what we saw tonight, it's going to be a treat for the fans next week at Cashman for sure. Well, we thank you for joining us wherever you happen to be tonight. Cash the Soccer Rocker having a good time in the end. There was no score at the half, but 6 goals came across and 4 for the good guys tonight, as Lights FC move up to 11 points in the Western Conference. 3-4-2 overall as they beat Sacramento Republic for the first time. From our partner Lori Lindsay, for our producer Tim McDermott, director Jose Bueso, and our entire ESPN Plus and Vista Worldling crew, I'm Jeff Radcliffe saying so long from Las Vegas. The Lights win it 4-2. Good night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.